What up, guys? So we're back again. I'm down here at the Vocal Inc. production studio. We're gonna go in here and we're gonna talk with Cedric Thompson, producer extraordinaire. We're gonna tour his setup today. So let's go in and see what he's talking about. What up, Ced, man? How's it going?
What's up, bro?
Man, pleasure, man. Pleasure. So we're here at your studio, man.
We're in Vocal Link, man. Welcome, man. Welcome. Let me show you guys around, man.
Man, what's starting here, man? What's we got here? Vocal.
You know, this is
This your Grammy? Yeah, that's your Grammy.
That's one of the Grammy. That's for the Old Happy Day project.
Yeah.
And so here and a partner with Tim Campbell. That's his piece there as well. And actually, this is was previously owned by Fred Story.
Okay. Tell me the story behind Fred's story.
Yeah, Fred is a film composer.
Okay.
You know, and so even a lot of the commercials and whatnot,
Yeah.
major ads that we've seen, you know, he's behind the compositions.
Wow.
And a lot of the movies in the whole nine. So
Yeah.
Initially, this was filled up with maybe 9, 10 Emmys.
Dang.
Yeah. So that's Fred, and then right before we came in as well, Elevation used to use it.
Right. That's what I heard about. The Elevation was using this spot.
Yep. And so I've been here now about a year and a half. I love it.
Man, that's crazy.
Love it.
So show us around, man.
Let me show you, man. So here, as we come down, you know, this is what we're going to be using as an office.
As an
you know,
office.
we just kind of throwing storage stuff in there, you know, and that's a table, you know, that using for podcasts and stuff. Another little storage area.
Yeah.
So this is so you'll notice the recording rooms are numbered. And
Okay. Like this guy, what, 3?
Yeah, this is 3, and the control rooms are letters. So
Okay.
and I'll show you mine as well. So this is a smaller booth where you could do voiceovers or even record vocals or whatnot, you know. And like I say, it's a smaller booth. It's set up, good sound as well.
What kind of mics we working with in there?
Yep. So this here, this is an 89.
Okay, 89.
Yeah, this is an 89. One of our 87s is in the other room. This is my control room here.
This is C, right?
C, control room C. There are 3 control rooms
Okay.
in the studio. They're all mirrored each other in terms of the setup.
Yeah.
But they're all outfitted with our own gear
Got it.
as well. So this is my dome here, and this is where I cook.
Wow.
So it sounds great in here.
No, this control room sounds amazing. Like
Yeah.
the way the setup is with the acoustics and all of that. And then you got the S90.
S90. So actually, this particular board, a good friend of mine, he used to be here in. He eventually had moved into this room before I came.
Okay.
He was in the back as well. Dante Dowling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this was his board, and when he decided to outfit one of his rooms at home,
Okay.
he said he didn't have the space for.
Wow.
Because he's mainly focusing on mixing.
Right.
So he does production and stuff as well, but I think his outfit, he was like, you know, he didn't have the space for that along with what he had. So
Got it.
so I still have my controller, 2 of them at home as well, but
Yeah.
he left it here and it's
Wow.
been sitting ever since, you know.
So you just been just sitting, you using it.
Yep.
So, but you using it mainly as a controller.
It's just a controller.
Got you. So you're
yeah,
not really using the sounds.
Yeah, so I'm heavily, I'm all in the box,
All
you
in the
know,
box.
once I get in, you know. And,
Got it.
And you helped me actually purchase this Clark Technic.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Speaking of, you got out the box. When we talking about in the box, you got out the box. So
Out
you
the
got
box.
the Clark Technic.
Yep. Because if you remember, before I made the purchase, I gave you a call.
Yeah.
And because I was worried, you know, whether or not if
Yeah, because it's being so cheap.
being so cheap. Right.
Like, it was in a 76 for like $300.
That
Like,
part.
That doesn't make sense.
Exactly. So you gave me the info as well
Yeah.
about the modification on it.
Yeah.
And so I went that route, and
Sounds good.
can't tell the difference, man.
Wow.
Can't tell
So
the difference.
how many productions does that make it on? Do you use it when you're tracking? Use it pretty much.
I mean, probably 95% of it.
Wow. Okay. And then you got the Avalon.
I have the 737.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't use it a whole lot. Of course, I run bass through it.
Yeah.
And even if I want to reamp a bass,
You'll pipe it back through there.
I'll pop it back through there. Occasionally, I'll run a vocal through there as well.
Okay.
I like the way it warms up,
Yeah.
up the vocals as well.
Yeah. DBX.
The DBX. Sometimes I'll use this on snare.
Really?
So
Okay.
outside of that, you know, it sounds like trashy.
Yeah.
So,
Really cheap compressor, but it works for a snare.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'll run overheads through the Focusrite
Through
here.
the Focusrite. Yeah.
The ISA2, and you know that's just a mic splitter here.
Yeah.
And I have the
UAD interface. Apollo. What's that? The X.
that's the X6.
Okay.
And the Apollo 16 here.
Okay. So how many channels between both of those you piping in?
Here, this has 2 unison preamps.
Okay.
I can go in and then another like 6 inputs, line ins.
Gotcha.
You know, and then I can go 16 in plus 8 at in as well.
Gotcha. So you're doing like 24 altogether?
Up to 32.
Up to 32.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So then plus I have another 16 with the audience.
With the audience joints.
Yeah. And those sound great. And my monitoring system with the D box.
Got the D box. Do you sum through the D box any?
I used to.
Yeah, but you don't really do through it anymore.
I used to until I got because I like the way the converters sound on.
Yeah.
On the X series of the Apollos, but I used to sum out through here, man, and before that, you know, I was just 2-tracking out.
Yeah.
But when I started, when I was summing through here, man, it seemed like it added some more air and a little more depth to it as well, man.
Yeah, I've been considering. I've been eyeing the D box for years, trying to decide, you know, if I want to invest in it or what have you. Because I know most people are using it for monitoring. But you know, the summing feature was always interesting to me.
Yeah,
you know
I love it, and then the internal the clocking on it. You know, for that purpose, you know, and so this is.
Then you got the gear.
I call this my classic rack.
Okay.
You know, of course, you know, got the.
I'm excited to reveal something game-changing for us and for you as producers and musicians. I want to introduce to you Peculiar Sounds version 2. We've introduced standalone mode, allowing you to use it independently from any DAW. You can now blend up to 2 sounds to create rich and complex textures. We added in 2 brand new effects, the Lo-Fizer and the Mod Filter. The Lo-Fizer gives you instant lo-fi vibes with just a button, while the Mod Filter adds dynamic movement and flow to any sound you apply it to. And we also added the innovative new MIDI browser that provides you with hundreds of chord progressions, melodies, and drum loop MIDI files that you can drag straight into your DAW. And as a bonus, V2 now includes Sounds Off the Block expansion for totally free, bringing the total to over 400 patches. So as you can see, Peculiar Sounds V2 is not just an update, it's a revolutionary new plugin. So make sure you check the website right now and you can get your hands on this game-changing plugin.
I really just kind of use this for additional inputs.
Yeah.
With the
Focusrite
18i 20, and so this is a line mix of that. You know, the
route. So you use the route through your racks.
Exactly as well. So you know, so that's
man. So let's see. You got the Yamaha. You got the Motif.
You got the ES
rack.
You got the XR, the Phantom, the Triton rack, the classic Motif here, the 1080, and I have all of the cards for it. That's on the inside of it as well. Here,
Planet Fat,
man.
I wanted one of them back.
Man, let me tell you, I still pull up sounds on here.
Really?
Not only just like synths or bass, synth bass sounds, but even the drums. Man,
That's what I was about to say. The
you'd be
drums.
surprised the way them drums knock.
Gosh.
They
Yeah, they
knock
used
on
to.
here.
I always wanted. That was one of the coveted modules I wanted back in the day. We
Really?
never could. We broke. We was broke. But being broke made us rich. That's what
That
Lecrae
part,
said.
you know how to overcome it.
We
Yeah,
learned how to overcome
come
it.
on.
But
But
no, it was that Planet Fat was where it was at,
that
man.
Planet Fat Man, and I also had the Emu.
Hmm.
Um, they made like several
Yeah,
series
they
of
had the
these.
MoFat, wasn't
They
it?
had the MoFat, the classic
I
keys,
remember them. Yeah.
and the whole night. Yeah, so I have the classic keys in another rack at home, and this is what a lot of people ask me, as it relates to my pianos and stuff,
Yeah.
back on the earlier records, the P330,
Gosh.
and
So this is the P330. That's the piano sound that we heard on all them classic records. This is the actual module that you used
this
on
is the
these
actual
records.
module that I was using. Yeah, a lot of people thought I was using the MKS20,
Yeah.
but it was the P330.
So all those Donald Lawrence records, all of that stuff was
All those pianos, yeah, coming
we
from the
looking at a
P330.
piece of history here.
Yeah. And
Gosh.
this here, I need to get a new battery for it, but
Yeah,
this
Sonic.
the SQR, this is sentimental. This is sentimental to me because
Okay.
this was my very first keyboard was a Roland D10.
Yeah. I remember
Right
D10.
after that, this was the very next thing
Okay.
I purchased. So even on those early records, like some of them horns and stuff I was
Yeah.
doing,
Was that was the
SQR.
was the SQR?
Yep, yep, and the what is this, the TG55,
Dang.
the ASR, like a lot of those Rhodes,
ASR10, yep.
Never Seen the Righteous intro to
Yeah.
that.
Bloop,
I was
doo-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Rhodes on that. The guitar, I don't know if you're familiar with Minister Standard first
Yeah.
record, but they did a song, Trusting God, and
Yeah.
everybody thought it was a live guitar
And
player.
that was the ASR10.
ASR10. Yeah, the best guitar patch that I've heard. I
Wow.
haven't heard one to beat it yet.
Wow.
Even with all of the plugins and stuff that I
Yeah,
have
you
yet,
hadn't heard anything.
I haven't heard one to beat that
Okay.
guitar patch yet.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and this the old Elises
Yeah.
here, with the
Had ADATs on it and stuff.
yeah, and the hard drive version.
Oh yeah. The hard disk recorder
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
I remember that. That was another piece that I used to want back. I
yeah,
used to sit back with the Sweetwater magazine used to come back
yeah.
in the day, the actual big ones. And I used to circle all the stuff that I
Right.
wanted. This is the teenager. I circle all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember my daddy, he went and calculated it all. He's like, this boy want like $100,000 worth of stuff. He done circled it this bad. What does this do?
So the deal with this man was, I very seldom actually recorded to that.
Yeah.
It was a kind of expensive way for me to go about this route, but I had another custom rack
Okay.
that this used to be in, and I was basically really just using this to send out optical
Really?
ADAT.
Yeah.
Go ADAT in and,
Uh-huh.
and
Out, in
ADAT
and out. That was
in and
got
out.
it. That makes sense. That makes sense.
So I had a guy in Maryland on my other rack that's in my production room at the house. He customized a optical rack for me.
Dang.
So on that is it's got optical inputs on it, some RCAs and some XLRs on it
Wow.
that he made for me. So that was the way that I was able to go in, digital in and out. Yeah.
Jeez, man. That is so crazy.
Yeah,
That is
so
so crazy. And then monitors, what are you using for monitors?
so
Got
so,
some
so
stuff here.
of course,
HS5s.
the HS5s, I love those. I've tried some other monitors, man, but I'm still just used to those.
Yeah.
And again, that's because of years of being on those on the NS10s.
It makes sense.
But I
Those are
know
my
'em.
favorite too. I know I have those. Those my first set of monitors. Like
Yeah.
was actually a pair of HS5s
Yeah.
that I got back in like 2010, 11.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it was one of my first actual pairs. Like before then, I was just using headphones.
Yep.
But these were like my first like
Yep.
actual studio monitors.
And I know them,
Yeah.
and I know, and like I said, I have the Adams at home
Okay.
as well. Love those as well, but I mean, these are my go-tos, man. And
Really?
I
Wow.
my sub back there is a JBL sub,
Okay.
and these are the JBLs. They are the um, 4300 series. I can't remember the
Yeah.
exact model number,
Yeah.
but I know those.
Yeah.
So I mean, if it's not broke,
Don't fix it.
don't fix it.
So what are you doing using as far as computer?
As far as computer, I have an older. It's a MacBook Pro back here.
Okay.
That I have. It's believe it or not, this one is a 2018.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's not too bad. Still within our
it gets
range.
and it gets the job
Gets
done.
the job done.
I got it fully maxed, in the whole nine. I'm getting ready to actually get the Mac Studio.
That's what I want. Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
next buy.
yeah.
Is the Mac Studio.
I'm getting ready to get the Mac Studio, and I have another laptop in my production room as well.
Okay.
But there as well, I'm thinking about also, just for the sake of it, I have an older the cheese grater,
Yeah. 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 The Mac
and
Pro.
I'm
I
thinking
remember.
about getting that pimped out.
Yeah.
You know.
I had one. I had a '08
Mm-hmm.
Mac Pro.
Yeah.
I did the same thing too. We took it. I had like probably 4 or 5 hard drives in that thing.
Yep. Yep.
I had upgraded it to like 12 core.
Yeah.
I had like 64 gigs of RAM
Yep.
in it.
Yep.
Yeah, and it. I mean, I just
So
got rid of it a few years ago.
really,
Yeah.
so I was getting ready to get rid of mine until
Hmm.
I saw. Are you familiar with what is this site? Pro Tools Expert.
Yeah, yeah, Pro Tools Expert. Yep.
So I saw one of the guys. He had. So I have the 2010 version.
Okay. Yeah. See, if I had a 10, I'd probably still have it.
Yeah. I don't. I haven't used it in a couple of years though.
Hmm.
But likewise, I was just kind of get ready to get rid of it as well until I saw he had his upgraded to the point that he's able to use Thunderbolt on
Oh
it as
wow.
well.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he had it outfitted. So I'm going to do it.
Yeah,
I
that
just
could
can't
be.
find anybody. I hadn't
That's
found anyone to do it. Yeah.
competent enough to do it.
That
Yeah,
part.
if I had a 10, I probably would still have mines as well. I had that 8, and it was just the farthest I was able to go was USB 3. I had a USB 3 card in the
Yeah.
back of it, and that was the stopgap. I couldn't do Thunderbolt. I couldn't
Wow.
do anything
Wow.
else beyond that.
Yeah.
And if somebody figured it out after I'd been done got rid of it by the time
That
if
part. Yeah.
anybody figured it out.
Yeah.
But if I would have been able to do Thunderbolt, I probably would still have it.
Yep. Yep.
That's good.
And up here, I have this is a go-to.
Okay.
It's a portable version of the 610.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
UA
that's 16. Yeah, that's 16 is where it's at.
Yeah,
Okay.
warm.
What you primarily using it on?
So I'll use this on vocal and room mic
Yeah.
as well, especially if I want that saturation on it. To pump this and do like that or so.
Yeah. Yeah, 610 was
Yeah.
one of the first compressors that I like hardware compressors that I had ever like seen in person. Like when
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? And they were
Yeah.
like, oh, that's a compressor. And I was like, what kind of compressor? And they was like, it's a 610. And I was
Mhm.
like, what's a 610? I'm trying to figure out what these numbers mean.
Right.
It's like they people, you run into an engineer and you just
Exactly.
getting into music, you don't know nothing about it.
Right.
And then they throwing around, there's a 2A, that's a 76. That's a 670.
That part.
What does these numbers mean?
But I see you using and I'm thinking about grabbing a few pieces because you have a few warm pieces.
Yeah, I love warmed. I got
Yeah.
I got the Pull Tech version that they did the clone.
Yeah.
I got the 73 Pre's. I got the Tone Beast. I got the I think the 2A that I have is the Clark Technic 2A.
Okay,
But
yeah.
I had it modded through Black Lion.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And then we have the 76 that was modded through that as well.
Mhm.
Well, so yeah. But I have the Pull Tech clone.
Yeah.
And I've been looking at the tape version that they just did. It was the MPX thing that they just dropped.
Okay.
They just dropped a tape emulator
Oh wow.
rack.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about getting rid of
But I've been looking at the Pultec version as well, man. So
yeah. No, they're I don't. That's everything I record.
Yeah.
Goes through the Pultec. Just about everything, especially vocals.
Yeah.
Like that's just it. That's just what it is. It's
Wow.
part of the chain. I've never had an actual Pultec, but if that's as everybody say, that's as close as it gets with their emulation that they did, and so I love it. I use it on everything.
Wow, sweet.
Yeah.
So I mean, And I'm not necessarily just a brand hog,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
in the whole nine.
Yeah.
For me, if it gets the job done,
It gets the job done.
as a matter of fact,
Oh
I
yeah,
was
yeah. You
telling you,
gotta tell us about this.
I ordered. So I saw a bunch of people
Uh-huh.
online talking about this Timu mic,
Yeah, the
the
87
87 clone.
clone.
You know, so I was like, for the heck of it, man, you know, $30-something or so. I ordered it, and I used it the other day
Wow.
on a vocal, and surprisingly, man, it sounds pretty. It sounds pretty
Light.
good.
This feels
It's
like,
very light.
I mean, it's metal, but
Yeah,
it almost feels plastic. Like it
it
feels
does,
light
doesn't it?
enough to be plastic, but this is like it's like a little metal shell.
Yep.
And they put the little red thing on there, almost make it look like a no man. That's funny.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
And so
So
you use this on a session?
I use this, you know, as a secondary mic.
Yeah.
You know, I had a 87, you know,
Yeah.
on the vocal, but I use that, you know, as a secondary, you know, to AB,
Yeah.
and I mean it's got a little more top end to it as
Yeah.
well, and the noise ratio is a little higher.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, I mean, you run it through the right chain or whatnot.
It'll sound
It'll
good.
sound good, man. Yeah.
$30 mic. Heard it from
$30.
Sid.
So it goes to show you, you know, it's not in the price of it, you know, or the
Dang.
name sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
It's what gets the
Because you
job
got all
done.
of the chest, got all the Chinese stuff on the box.
That part. That part.
Japanese stuff on the box. Like we didn't even know what it was. And they gave you a little bag for it and everything.
That part, you know,
The
and
shock mount.
the shock mount, you know,
That's crazy.
it's plastic, but you know, it held.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So this is your control room. So what is the rest of because I know you have y'all have like other writing. It's kind of like a shared space.
It is.
Right.
Yeah, let me show you. Let me show you what happened. So
When you got one of those modes where I don't know what to do, I'm stuck. You're right. All I do is listen to something like that, and it's like, okay, now I got something.
Exactly. I have like every single plugin. But some plugins you be spending like hours just trying to find that one sound. You took the time to really curate and find like a group of like sounds that's really usable, that get straight to the point.
You're giving them enough to get started so they can walk into a room with someone and be like, all right, man, what am I missing?
I love the plug-in, man. I think it's incredible. I think people are gonna be like, wow. I mean, you got the sounds, people looking for sounds like that. Look, now they just get the plug-in.
You know what I mean? So you literally can just cook a complete record like just from this plugin. And for me, it's like not about a whole bunch of sounds, it's about production.
He gonna come out the gate sounding legit.
Yeah.
Out the gate sounding legit because of something like this. So I'm telling everybody, man, get the juice pack.
It's the truth, bro. I got to have it.
It's fire. It's definitely juice. D-Lo got the juice.
Like I said, you know, it's a shared space as it relates to the recording room.
Yeah. So how do y'all route stuff around?
Yeah, so these are the patch inserts and whatnot, and I'll show you how they're patched.
Okay.
It's in a universal area or general area, should I say. But this is how I actually get in, you know, into the box or into the outboard stuff here.
That's crazy.
You know, and I'll show you here. So here is where everyone, you know, would actually patch in, you know, depending on whatever room that we're using.
Okay.
So one row is dedicated to one of the control rooms. There are three here, as I stated. Yeah, so one row is dedicated to one of the control rooms. You know, another row is dedicated to my room, and likewise to
Tim's room.
To Tim's room, exactly. And then you know, each one of the studios are patched in, and then here, this is how we're able to see who we're working with. You know, so we patch into either one of the cameras.
Oh, okay. So because y'all using SDI. So that's how y'all patch in to see because y'all don't have the booth, like the window.
Right.
So you patch into the SDIs and then y'all get a feed in y'all control room in whatever room that you're trying to record in.
Most definitely.
Wow.
Most definitely. Yep. So that's that, and then this is the playback
Hearback system.
The hearback system. I'm sorry. Yeah. You know, and we mainly use the P16s though for our heel backs.
Nice.
So although, you know, we have different recording rooms here,
Yeah.
this is mainly my go-to here.
Yeah.
You know, either between this or Studio 2, which you'll see shortly. But I always just like being in this room, man.
Yeah.
You know, I like the feel of it.
Yeah.
You know, and
feels
of course,
like a studio.
Yeah, and it sounds great.
Sounds great. It sounds amazing in here.
You know, and so
and then the ceilings are really how high are these ceilings? This is like got to be what 16 feet?
Roughly, right at 17, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
that's nuts.
So basically, so normally, what I'll do is roll this piano over if I have like a gang of vocals, you know, a choir or so, you know, I have them here, and I'll roll this out and set up, and like I said, man, we get great sounds out of here.
So it's what kid is the Pearl?
This is the Pearl custom.
Yeah.
Here, the recording series. I'm sorry.
Okay, recording series.
Yeah, and great sounds, man. This a very universal drum kit.
Yeah.
You know, everyone that's been here using the kit, you know, I mean, it's been used on rock records, folk records, of course, you know, my gospel stuff.
Yeah.
Trap stuff as well.
Wow.
You know, jazz stuff, and it's this one kit, and I have another tom, and you know, stored behind here as well, and but I mean, it sounds great. Sounds great. And
so you got all the
host of snares and stuff here as well.
That was hidden. I didn't even know that. I wouldn't even guess that was back there.
Yeah.
So you got all of the drum tech stuff back here.
And you can see that's my fifth tom there.
Wow.
Yeah. So we and you know, the miscellaneous stuff, cables and all that kind of stuff.
That's cool.
And the whole nine. So, and this piano actually, so Tim got this from a friend of his. I think they were giving the piano away from the church. In Maryland.
Yeah.
And so had it transported here, man, and we had it, you know, conditioned
and all that,
and tuned and the whole nine, and I've used it on occasion, and it sounds great. It feels good too, you know. Yeah, it sounds good. Yeah, good action on it.
Yeah. Gosh.
Yep.
Steinway.
Yep.
It's got to be a Steinway.
Steinway.
That's cool. So, and when you're tracking in here, so I mean, and I think you was talking about this earlier. The mic, is this pretty much the mic you use for
so
setups?
This mic, this is my go-to mic on lead vocals.
Okay.
It's by Lawton.
Oh yeah, the Lawton Audio joint.
Lawton Audio, and they call it the Eaton mic as well.
Okay.
But this mic, I mean, it sounds great. Tube mic.
Wow.
And it has a setting on it for on the back here, forward, neutral,
interesting,
and gentle. I think it is
for the tube, for the saturation.
For the saturation in the whole.
So how long does it have? You have to warm it up before a session and all of that stuff like that. Is it just pretty much plug and play, or?
No, I generally warm it up probably a good 10 minutes or so.
10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Not bad. It's not bad.
Yep.
Dang. And it's Omni too?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Great mic, man.
Man, mixing is a very, very hard art to master. I know because I've been trying to master this art for several years. That is one of the reasons why I do Mix Mondays. It's a learning environment, and every mix that I do, I learn something new. And I've taken everything that I've learned over the years and we have poured it into our mixing templates. Mixing templates are a great starting place, and we have created several templates that allow you to get up and going quickly, and we have created them for Logic Pro X. We have created them for Pro Tools, for Studio One, for Ableton Live, and so many others. So if you're interested in taking your mixing to the next level, or even just getting started, make sure you check out these links down below in the description of this video and grab your template today. All right, back to the show. So, so the TV, so is that for like does the client see that? Is that for like showing them the session, or is that just?
So you can do AirPlay to it as well, but it's, you know, it kind of serves as a multi-purpose unit. then plus you'll see, you know, the PlayStation and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
As well.
Yeah, it's, you know, kicking it and cooling too, so they want to play some games.
That part,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Every studio needs that.
And then I had a session in here one time where they were doing a podcast, and they needed a bigger screen, you know, to do a presentation on.
Got it.
As well.
So they did that. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes total sense.
Yep.
This is sweet, man. I mean, I love it. And then that's the camera over there too, where they can.
Yeah, so it's 2 cameras in here. Okay. So and depending on which view, you know, you want to see, is here, and then to capture the front view.
Yeah, there's one over in the corner over there. Gotcha.
Well. Yeah.
That makes total sense. That's good. So this
But
is
the guy, so the guy who actually designed the studio, Dave, I want to make sure I'm pronouncing his last name right. I think it's Dave Rochester.
Okay.
It's Dave Rochester or Dave Rochester. I'm mixing it up, but he was the one that actually designed when the original owner, when he purchased it and had it outfitted. He designed the studio, and he did a great job, man.
No, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Okay, so this is the mic closet.
So we use it as a mic closet as well. These are like a host of where we keep like most of these are like the dynamic mics that we keep here, you know, and these are my go-tos. You know, right now it looks a mess.
Yeah.
But you know, the 414s, you know, so I'm using these. If I'm not, you know, putting separate indie on vocals, you know, I'm using these as a pair. And then hold on, let me show you these Normans 184s. I love these. I use these for the room and overheads as well on drums.
Wow.
Yep, sound great. Sound great, you know. And like I said, you know, have a host of mics here. You know, those are the 184s. And keep these here. Flashes for the humidity. C12.
Yeah. So y'all got them all.
Yeah, the tube. And of course, you know, this is warm as well. And you know, down here we have, you know, some other tube mics. I got another 414 down here.
Wow.
I have the Avalon mic that everybody call the Taylor Swift mic.
Oh, the Taylor Swift mic.
Yeah.
So y'all got one of those.
Yeah. Are you familiar with this mic here as well? I use this sometimes as well. It's by Aston.
Oh yeah, the Aston joint.
Yeah. It sounds great. Sounds great.
The Origin. Spirit. Yeah, the Origin. Spirit.
Yeah. They have the Origin and the Spirit. Yep.
Gosh. So you use this more on what, vocals?
On vocals, yep. And I've used it also as a supplemental overhead as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Super dope.
Yeah, it sounds great, man. So
y'all just got the dream of everything that y'all could ever.
Yeah, and Tim here, you know, he, you know, he's the guitar guy.
Yeah.
And let me see. This is another. If I can get it open, another U89.
Man.
Here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all got the stuff over here.
Yep. Just fell off, but this.
Yeah. Got to get the job done.
And this is a little darker than the 87.
Than 87.
Yeah. So and a couple of other mics here, and like I said, so like, you know, workspace, you know, in terms of
whatever you
need to do, repair stuff. And this is a Yamaha Maple custom set.
Wow.
But most of the time, you know, my pearls are out.
Yeah.
So that's it, man.
Wow, man. So this is amazing. Man, thank you so much for allowing us to come through your space, man.
Oh, man, it was my honor, man, you know, and I had a blast, and thank you, you know, for including me, you know.
Yes, sir.
You know, like I said, you know, I watch all of you. Well, I try to watch all of your episodes. You know, sometimes it's late, man, but I'm enjoying all of the work that you're putting out.
Man, thank you so much,
you know,
man.
That and the plugs, of course, man. This stuff sounds great, man. So keep them coming, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Keep
sir.
them coming. We love them.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. So if they want to contact you, if they want to get with you for some production work, for some mixing work, mastering work, whatever, how can they connect with you?
Email is Cedric, Cedric, without the K, Cedric at CedricThompson.com, and Cedric Thompson on Facebook and Instagram as well.
Awesome. Well, we thank you guys for hanging out with you. We're going to get into some more dope stuff that we're working on over here, so you'll be able to see some of that stuff a little bit later. We appreciate you guys taking out the time to watch. We'll talk to you guys on the next one. I'm out. Holla at your boy. Y'all, I want to thank you for making it to the end of this clip. We appreciate you watching this breakdown. If you want to see more videos like this, please feel free to check out the links right over here. If you want to take your production, mixing, or whatever to the next level, or check out some of the other products that we have, make sure you check the links down in the description and in the comment section of this video. All right, I appreciate you guys. We'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.